Mark Twain once said, "It ain't what you don't know that gets us into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. That's what gets us into trouble." So what on earth does any of that have to do with healthcare? The answer is it speaks to our mindset. You see, our brains are really incredibly powerful, but they have a tendency to see what we tell them to go look for. Mindsets are that stuff that we know for sure, and mindsets determine what we see, perceive, and discern as relevant. My brain literally screens out irrelevant material, which can be good or it can be bad. You know, investment professionals and medical specialists all realize that a mindset can create a confirmation bias. That's what they call it in these fields. And it really just means that your brain will validate what they already know to be true, regardless of whether it actually is true or not. As patients and caregivers, we need to be aware of this fact and realize that specialization by its very nature is really deep in its knowledge, but it's very narrow in its scope. Think for a second of a camera lens, and you can zoom in very, very closely onto something, but you screen out all the context around it. And actually, our brains work exactly the same way. And that's also the way in healthcare. This means that the hyper-focus screens out possible solutions in complementary fields of care, which may be just beyond the scope of our knowledge of you, your doctor, or your caregiver. And we're all subject to these limits. But a flexible and resilient mindset can actually counteract this tendency by asking the questions and having a system that puts your attention of your brain into a broad panoramic state of awareness. And my analytical brain starts searching for tools, resources, and relationships that aren't obvious. And this is how we begin to see and discern opportunity that was previously hidden either by my mindset or by my emotional, natural reaction to all this adversity that's around me. And knowing how to do this is a skill that high-performance patients and caregivers have and have learned. And this is one of the skills I want to teach you. So becoming resilient is really one of the most valuable skills we learn in life. And this is going to allow you to integrate complementary forms of healthcare into your strategy. As you can see from this graphic, that's not all we're going to teach you. It's just the first impact on what you can expect when you take up the Opportunity Coach program. In the next video, we'll show you how a resilient mindset can change the entire experience you have. It really is possible to find peace of mind in any given situation. You just need to know the way. So I'm Jim Skinner. Thanks for tuning in. And the name of the program we're talking about is the Opportunity Coach.